dirt car sanction was almost a blessing for us.
Definitely correct on that. We've got a few more minutes coming up with Mike Altobelli. Then we're going to go back into talking about the big Old Dwarf State Nationals with Andy Marquise of Race22.com. My friend, announcer, columnist, writer is going to be joining me on the program. We'll also talk about the big race coming up at Langley Speedway tomorrow night and how the world of asphalt late model racing is doing, just like we talked about with Dale McDowell in the world of super late model racing and late model racing on the dirt. Modified racing on the dirt. Mike Altobelli, what's your thoughts of where modified racing's going this year? I think it's doing pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think, well, if you looked at the crowds at Hilltop and Hilltop Speedway Friday night and the crowds at Tyler County there Saturday, both nights the stands were packed, two big modified races. And I mean, that shows me that the fans are into the modifieds, and it's nice racing for a full grandstand. It gets your blood pumping, and I think the modifieds are definitely heading in the right direction. And I don't think I've went to a race with this year or within the last year that there wasn't at least 30, 35 cars there, And when we went to Florida, there was 90 some, It's the modifieds are heading definitely in the right direction.
And, I just want to throw that out there, too, since you brought that up. You mentioned the Dirt Car Nationals and being down at Volusia for the modifieds. Obviously, the modified car count at East Bay was okay, but it wasn't the best in the world. But let's face it, I'm not trying to be mean here, but Al Varnador really doesn't try to promote the modified shows like he does the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series event for Speed Weeks. If he did a better job promoting the modifieds at the Winter Nationals, I think he'd have a better turnout. That's not bashing Al Varnador or anybody at East Bay Raceway. That's just kind of saying statement of fact. But with that being said, the Gator, the running of the modifieds at the Dirt Car Nationals at Volusia, that is a big event. You guys had 107 modifieds on some nights, Mike Altobelli. You're only running for $1,000 to win. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's what I said. Like, there wasn't one person there that was worried about the money. It's just if to win that Gator, that's top notch, and to know that you beat the best guys, and just everybody's there for one thing, and it's for that Gator.
Yeah, and I think it's phenomenal that you guys you had that mindset of you're not thinking about the purse. You're not thinking about the money. Yeah, that $5,000 payday comes at the end of the road at the big race. And, of course, Kyle Strickler won that event. Nick Hoffman won the overall Gator at the end of the whole deal. But, you had fun. You have fun. And that's one of the things I love about the Open Wheel Modifieds is they're unique. They're exciting. One of the things that me and Laura Tucker and Bill Long and Cody Watson chatted about is, we want to try to find a way to bring everybody together. We don't want to try to tear everybody apart. We don't want to try to ruin the car count for the modifieds by different sanctioned bodies racing on top of each other. Kind of like the whole deal with the Dirt Cup Challenge. Michael, they were scheduled to do a race at Fayetteville the weekend they were scheduled to do a race at Gaffney the weekend of the North Carolina Modified Nationals at Fayetteville when it was announced that we were going to Fayetteville. And, I got to give props to Bill and Laura because instead of being in a pissing match with the Renegades of Dirt, they said, you know what, we're going to bow out. You guys are paying 3 days of racing. You're paying a $10,000 to win show on Saturday night. We can only do like $1,500, $2,000 to win. We're gonna step away from here. And that's smart, Mike Altobelli, because you're not trying to pin one series or one track on top of another competing with each other. And I think that is one of the things that are killing motorsports.
I agree with you. You definitely got to work together. I mean, you don't want to put somebody else down or try to go against somebody else. I mean, if I'm racing my car at one track and I can race my car at another track, it's the more the merrier. Everybody needs to get along, and there's plenty more race days. I thought that was good. I seen that they were going to have a race down there, and I wondered what was going to happen. Then when I seen they bowed out and stuff, and that I thought that was a great idea, and I think that helped the car count also at Fayetteville.
Definitely, and I believe also in return that I believe that their car counts will be very, very good tomorrow night at Virginia Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of cars there tomorrow night. I hope so. The more, the merrier.
So are you of the mindset, Mike Altobelli, that it's not the purse? When you go to run a modified race, are you looking at what it pays to win? Because obviously this past weekend you pocketed $5,555 pending tire sample results, a 2,000 win show at Millersburg, Ohio at Hilltop, and obviously $3,555 at Tyler County Speedway. Do you look at what the purse pays, or do you just going out there and having fun?
Well, for me, I don't own the car. I drive for Dan, so he's definitely looking at the purse. And I mean, I look at the purse too. You're definitely, you got to make some money. You got to pay the bills and stuff. But anymore, I try not to worry about the money side of it. I know Dan and them,
Gotcha.
they take care of everything, and he's worrying about the money. I try to just focus on racing, having a good time, and doing everything I can to try to cross the line first.
Absolutely. Definitely. Well, buddy, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast, Finish Line. Before I let you go, why don't you thank out all your sponsors on the Hardy Motorsports number 95? And, hey, buddy, I'll see you tomorrow in Jamaica. Jamaica mine.
Jamaica mine.
Mine.
I got to thank Dan and Kimmy. Dan Harding, Dan's Autobody. He's a car owner, and Roy Harding Motorsports. I got Rick Still Surveying. Rick, he's been with me for years. He always helps me out every year. And Ultima Batteries, Base Racing Fuel, Penske Racing Shocks, Travis Chamberlain at Teak House. Travis Chamberlain and Jerry Markle, they're the two guys that always have the car ready to go and keep us out front. I got to thank my dad, Mike Altobelli Sr. He takes care of our truck and trailer and make sure we're getting to the racetrack because we broke down a few times last year. And
oh no,
he's making sure everything's good this year and we're not having any issues. And I got to thank my wife Rachel and my daughter Aubrey for putting up with me racing all the time.
Definitely. Well, Mike Altobelli, thank you so much, man, for joining us on Finish Line. Thank you for doing the Renegades of Dirt show last night as well. And, it's guys like you that allow us to be able to have the fun times that we have in racing and the awesome shows you put on. And continued success, man. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at Jamaica, Virginia, at Virginia Motor Speedway for the Dirt Cup Challenge. And I think, are you planning on going down the County Line Raceway? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Virginia Motor Speedway, but the Dirt Cup Challenge is also going to be at County Line on Saturday night in Elm City, North Carolina, but I didn't know if you're planning on going somewhere else as well.
As of now, we're not sure. We might end up down there. That's somewhere I've never been and I'd like to go. So
there you go.
We might end up there.
Track on the bucket list you've never been to before. Mike Altobelli, thank you so much for being on Finish Line. God bless. Take care. And again, to continued success, whether it's a late model, whether it's a modified, man, you're doing well, and it's a privilege to know you in the racing industry.
I appreciate it, and thanks for having me again, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
No problem, buddy. Mike Altobelli from Saxton, Pennsylvania. Again, big wins at Hilltop and Tyler County Speedway. And, doing really, really good in the world of racing.
This is Finish Line.
So we are going to have a bonus segment to replace Matt Long when we come back after our 1-minute timeout. We chat things up about Orange County and late model racing politics with my good buddy of Race22.com, Andy Marquise. Don't go anywhere. This is Finish Line. We'll be right back.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service with race wraps starting at only $500. From go-karts to national touring teams and everything in between. Late models, modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, asphalt cars, and we'll even decal your helmets. Wraps, design services, and promotions. Everything we offer at All About Wraps. Contact us today to see what we can do for your team. Give us a call, 410-903-3302. Email us at allaboutraps@hotmail.com and visit us on Facebook at All About Wraps.
Getting involved in the motorsports industry? Late models, helmets, modifieds, doesn't matter. Need to have a wrap job done? Then let All About Wraps take care of you. All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service from go-karts to the national touring level and everything in between. Wraps on race cars, design services, and promotions. There's no job that they can't do to make your vehicle be on the cutting edge of looking great. Race wraps are starting at just $500. Contact All About Wraps today and let's see what they can do for your racing team. Call them up at 410-903-3302 or send them an email at allaboutraps@hotmail.com. All About Wraps.
This is Finish Line.
Welcome back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. We have got one more segment remaining. It is a bonus segment, and we are going to chat things up in the world of late model stock racing, asphalt racing, and more with my good friend, Mr. Andy Marquise, Race22.com, and, of course, announcer at Carteret County Speedway. We might chat about what's going on at Carteret County Speedway this weekend as well. But, of course, a lot of great things going on. Carteret County Speedway is in racing this weekend. 2 p.m. start time over there. Dillon Motor Speedway has races going on as well, with 5 o'clock start time of the USAC Eastern Midget Series. So many great things going on. Langley Speedway's got a race tomorrow night. I think it's stupid that they're racing on top of Thursday Night Thunder, but I also do know that was the same day of the Denny Hamlin Short Track Showdown. So props to Bill Mullis and all the great people there. That I hope they have a good show at Langley. And one thing that I know for sure, some way, shape, or form, this man will be a part of it. He'll be writing about it one way or the other. Andy Marquise joins us from Swansboro, North Carolina. Andy, welcome to Finish Line, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Are you sick? You sound like you got a little flu bug or something going on. What the world?
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't know why I sound like this. I'm fine, actually. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Just got out of bed, just felt bad. Is that the old cliche?
Yeah.
Hey, so Andy, we had Lee Pulliam on as our first guest on Fox Sports Finish Line podcast. What was your thoughts of as a media member? And I gave my thoughts of the race as well. Probably one of the best damn late model stock races on asphalt I've seen in a decade. What was your thoughts of what you saw on Sunday at the Orange County Speedway?
It absolutely was a great race. I mean, first you get Lee Pulliam. Lee Pulliam winning. You sometimes expect that, but in this field you had Timothy Peters and Bobby McCarty and a lot of really good guys. That Taylor Gray has been really impressive this year in that Cars Tour. So you had a lot of really good drivers in it, and the result was great racing. Josh Berry up there. That battle for the win was something. I mean, it wasn't a one or two cars battling for a few laps. It was 4 cars battling all the way to the end.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, don't count out the likes of Josh Berry or Adam Lemke. Anybody in the top 10 had a shot to win that race with 13 laps to go.
And that's really the deal with any Cars Tour race. Or this year, truthfully, I mean, not just Cars Tour. As much as I love the Cars Tour, it's the greatest thing in racing, in my opinion, right now. But late model stock car racing as a whole has been really, really good this year. Wherever you go, the races are good, and anyone can win these races. I mean, you go to a racetrack, and you might remember 5-6 years ago, you go to South Boston, or you're going to go to Langley, and there's only 3 cars who have a shot to win realistically, or even 8-9 years ago okay, I know CE Falk's going to win tonight, Langley. I know Mike Darn's going to win at Old Dominion. Now you don't know who's winning when you get to the track. I mean, you take Saturday night at Dominion Raceway, full house, by the way, in the state.